we're going to be joined by, there he is, Don stuck in front of his stack of Marshall amps. Yep. And it looks like a Gibson guitar. I can't tell from here.
It's a Don. Gibson SG. I've had it since 1983. It's my go-to #1 guitar.
Oh, very nice. And now, Don, you're part of a special attempt at a Guinness World Record. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's called Freebird Fest. This was conceived, I believe, over Memorial Day weekend, where the guys that organize this whole thing are really great guys, by the way. Ended up in a extended version of Freebird, which often happens in the location that they were playing, and everyone loves it. This isn't one of those things where it's go to the bathroom, these guys are going on, but they went on for like 22 minutes. Then they thought, well, they looked up the record, and the record is just about that. And I think it was done by Lynyrd Skynyrd. So they conceived the whole thing and got a little charity behind it. And they're going to do the entire 8 hours, noon until 8, doing Freebird. At the very end of the note, when it comes back, you're like, hang on. Oh, I got to turn on my thing. At the very end of the note, you're.
Wait a minute.
And then as you wind it down, that's the end of the song right there. Mm-hmm. And then the next guitar player picks it up and rolls, and it goes on for 8 hours that way. It never stops.
Wow. And are you going to be one of the guest musicians?
I am. Myself, I'm very lucky to be with these guys. Benito DiPartoli, he was with Eddie Money for a long time, toured with Lou Graham from our area. Also, we have coming in, this guy was formerly in Lynyrd Skynyrd back in 94, 96. He is Mike Estes, driving in from Nashville, Tennessee. And so it's going to be a great time. Plus, there's like 70 other people. Maybe 10 musicians were tapped for this totally. And then it ended up being 40, then 50, and then everybody wants in on it. There's 1,000 drummers. If you know a keyboard player with some vocals, we could use that. We're a little short there.
Interesting. And so the idea is to get 8 hours and then keep going if they can?
They say 8 to 10 hours. They just want to make it a straight 8, a good solid work day for a guy who's making a living, and then that would be it. And they shot it up the pole with the Guinness Book of World Records. They loved it. And it's going to be a guy there and taking notes and verify the thing. And we should be all set by next week as long as nobody goes down. And it's this campground, S&H RV Resort in Greenfield, Indiana. And they
out by my house.
If you're a guy that isn't sturdy enough to handle maybe 8 hours of Lynyrd Skynyrd chick, there's other things to do. You can go miniature golf. There's a pool there.
Oh, I love putt-putt. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured that might get Chick out there.
Thank you very much.
Lot to do out there. We would love for Chick to show up and do some vocals.
Heck yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now,
I'll leave here tomorrow.
So will Skynyrd typically would have a lead singer, 3 lead guitar players, a bass player, a keyboard player, and a drummer. Will that configuration be the case throughout the song?
There's actually a number of guitar players and styles being played. Lynyrd Skynyrd, the Freebird, is going to be basically essentially the same, but there's going to be other styles filtered in. Like me, I'm traditional. I did the solo. The slide solo was recorded on a Gibson SG back in the day, and they performed it live with the Gibson SG back in the day, just like this one. Mm-hmm. And so that's how I'm going. But you might find a little country flavor in there. Lynyrd Skynyrd's not opposed to a little country riff here and there. So that's probably what's going to happen.
I see. Or there'll be like a bluegrass segment. Everybody unplugs and bring out a banjo and a no. Okay.
I didn't want to bring the banjo up because I know your feelings about it. I think you once told me, this had been back in the 90s, banjo equals no ratings.
Yeah.
It depends.
And I think that was right after you'd played the banjo on your radio show, wasn't it, Don?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that's
was,
exactly right.
I did something called Don Stuck's Hillbilly Hits. We play really hard rock. It was like name that tune, only you'd play it on a banjo. You give them about 4 or 5 notes, and then they had to name that tune.
Yeah.
That's Mudvayne. And then they went to take it.
I see. Well, nice. Don, we're speaking with Don Stuck. Don is a radio personality and a guitar player, a very fine guitar player. He's part of a world record for the Guinness people of playing the song Freebird for 8 hours. Will you also sing?
I will not sing. My wife may jump up there. I'm not a singer. If I'm singing, we just came back off of 10 days and about 5 shows. And if I'm singing, something has gone really wrong. on stage.
Now, to get the record, does someone have to sing all the verses each time?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be, once you hit that final note of G, the song ends in G and it's in G, it does not stop dead. It rings G and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and kick it off again. So all the vocals will be done, all the solos will be done, and the solos will be all over the place. There will be probably a lot of this. I got to turn my
amp on.
it's a Marshall amp, and I've got humbucker pickups, and so it's
nice.
really buzzing. So it's like the
Humbucker.
Yeah, as soon as you get up those high notes, you disappear. That's okay. He's got his O face.
So there's going to be a lot of that.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Don.
Very cool.
Best of luck with your record. I hope you guys make it.
Yes, you
Thank
will.
you. We're going to make it. We got a lot of younger guys than me that can handle it if I go down.
I got this.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you, Donnie.
Bye, Don.
That's very exciting.